Deep within every woman lies a touch of chaos, and it is in that chaos that man finds his test. She says she wants peace. She says she wants security, a loving man, a stable home, predictability. But what if that's not entirely true? What if, buried beneath layers of social programming and polite desires, there is something more primal, more ancient, more disruptive, that she herself doesn't even understand? Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Why do so many men who offer kindness, affection, loyalty, and consistency end up abandoned? Forgotten? Replaced by the very chaos they tried to shield her from? If women truly desired peace above all else, wouldn't they stay with the men who provide it? Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher of fire, didn't believe in fairy tales. He peeled back the illusions that keep people comfortable and exposed the savage truth most of us would rather not face. And he saw something about desire, especially female desire, that still terrifies modern minds. Today, we're going into the abyss he warned us about. This is not a message of hate. It's a confrontation with reality. And once you see what Nietzsche saw, you won't unsee it. Not in your relationships, not in the women around you, and definitely not in yourself. So sit back, because this isn't just a video, it's a reckoning. Nietzsche didn't romanticize life. He didn't tell you to follow your heart or to wait for destiny to deliver love at your doorstep. He told you that life is suffering, that power is the only real currency, and that beneath the surface of every human soul lives a hunger for something primal. He called it the will to power, a deep driving force to expand, dominate, overcome, create, and destroy. Now, how does this relate to women? He believed that most people live in denial of their instincts. That society teaches us to tame what should be expressed and express what should be silent. That includes women. From a young age, they're taught to be nurturing, gentle, pure. But beneath that surface lies the same will, the same fire, the same desire, Dia, for tension, for testing limits, for tasting danger. A man who ignores this does so at his own peril, because the woman you think wants a peaceful life may actually crave the thrill of emotional storms. Not consciously, perhaps, but instinctively. She might say she wants a quiet evening with a nice guy, but her nervous system lights up around the man who can't be tamed. And Nietzsche? He wasn't surprised by this. He saw chaos not as a defect, but as the origin of all creation. You must still have chaos in yourself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Yes, even love is born of chaos. Modern men are told to be safe, show up, be there, text back fast, be emotionally available. Don't argue, don't disagree, don't make her uncomfortable. Be soft, be patient, be calm. But what if safety is the enemy of attraction? Nietzsche warned against the sterilization of the human spirit, against reducing man to a passive, obedient shell of his true potential. He despised the herd mentality, the comfort of the crowd. And many men, in their desperate attempts to be loved, become just that, a crowd pleaser, a ghost of who they were meant to be. The irony? It's this very comfort that kills desire. Predictability is emotional death, and yet men wrap themselves in it hoping it will win them her heart. But the feminine instinct doesn't hunger for routine. It hungers for polarity, for edge, for mystery. And when you become completely known, completely accessible, completely dependent, you become boring. Not because you're not good enough, but because you made yourself predictable. And no one desires what they can fully control. You've seen it. She leaves the good man, runs back to the bad one, cries about the drama, then recreates it, breaks her own heart again and again. And you ask yourself, why? Nietzsche would tell you because chaos is familiar, because destruction feels alive, because the soul, if not elevated, returns to what it knows. And for many, pain is the only emotion they've ever truly trusted. You think you're saving her, loving her through it, but maybe she doesn't want to be saved. Maybe salvation feels too still, too quiet, too dull. In the Nietzschean worldview, people don't seek healing. They seek intensity because intensity feels real, even if it destroys them. That's why she provokes fights, why she tests your patience, why she disappears when things get peaceful. It's not because she's cruel, it's because stillness terrifies her more than conflict, because peace feels like death, but chaos feels like life. Now here's the paradox. The more you need her, the less she wants you. You become soft, accommodating, sweet. She loses interest. But the man who walks away? The man who lives by his own code, who speaks when he wants to speak, who says no without flinching, who disappears without apology? That man is unforgettable, because he is untamed. Nietzsche taught that greatness requires solitude, that he who has a why to live can bear almost any how, and the man who knows his purpose, who lives for something greater than female approval, becomes a force of nature. A force no woman can fully understand, and therefore can't help but be drawn to. He is danger without destruction, chaos without collapse, fire that warms and burns. You see, the feminine doesn't want to control the man. She wants to surrender to the man she cannot control. But surrender only happens in the presence of power. You were told love would save you, that if you were just kind enough, loyal enough, devoted enough, it would heal your wounds, that a woman's affection would complete you, make you whole. But Nietzsche would laugh, because love to him was not salvation, it was self-deception. The weak man uses love as a crutch, as a mask, as an excuse not to face himself. He pours everything into her, thinking she will reward him with wholeness. But she doesn't. She rewards power, vision, centeredness, the man who can love without collapsing, who can give without begging, and most importantly, who can walk away without flinching. Because the moment you make her your god, she becomes your judge. And no woman wants to carry the weight of your soul. She wants to dance in your fire, not be the reason it burns. Here's the truth most men can't bear to accept. She doesn't seek to destroy you. She seeks to awaken you. Her chaos is a test. Can you stay centered when she storms? Can you remain sovereign when she pushes every button? Can you hold your line without needing to shout? If the answer is yes, she melts. If the answer is no, she loses respect. Because a woman doesn't trust your kindness until she's seen your boundaries. She doesn't trust your love until she's felt your distance. And she doesn't trust your peace unless she's seen your power. Nietzsche wrote, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster." And if you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. She is not the monster, but she may be the abyss. And only the man who has met his own darkness can stand firm in front of hers. This is where it all changes. You are not here to resent her nature. You are here to understand yours. Because the truth is, her chaos only controls you when you haven't tamed your own. Her emotional storms only shake you when your foundation is weak. Her tests only break you when you haven't passed your own. Nietzsche didn't call men to become bitter. He called them to become great. To rise above the noise, to choose power over pity, will over whining, truth over comfort. The feminine does not want to dominate. She wants to feel something she can trust, and she can only trust what she cannot move. So stop performing, stop explaining, stop begging, start becoming. The man who is unshakable, unapologetic, unavailable to nonsense, not because he's cruel, but because he is devoted to something higher. And when you become that man, she will feel it, the world will feel it, you will feel it, and you will never go back. There's a reason you watched this far. Something inside you knew that what you were taught about love and relationships wasn't working, knew that playing nice wasn't getting you the respect or the intimacy you craved. And Nietzsche knew it too. He knew that only by facing the brutal truths of life, of women, of chaos, of desire, could a man finally become free. So stop asking to be chosen. Choose yourself. Stop begging for peace. Become the storm that no one dares disturb. And remember, a woman does not crave chaos. She craves the man who can dance with it and not fall. If this message woke something up in you, don't let it fade. Until next time, be the man the storm respects.